Okay. All right. So this is for week 5, Promineotech here. Just trying to kind of go through what we did here was to create a menu, basically like a game menu or something to that effect. So I went through it. Definitely took some work, but was able to get through it uh, and push through and make it work. So hopefully I did everything right, but everything looks pretty good. So we'll just start from the beginning here. I did get it to GitHub. I coded everything in VS Code and then pushed it through the command line into GitHub. So it is there, and we'll get the URL attached later. Okay, so what I did was create a basketball game menu, and so we'll just go through step by step here. I did, and we'll just go through step by step here. So we create the class basketball game first. This is basically the first step of the code that creates the class of the basketball game. The constructor initializes the team options, home team and away team. Right now, the teams that are available, as I put up here. I didn't create an option where they could create teams yet. I just wanted to keep it a little more simple. This has the home team and away team, and the options are listed there. They're set to null right now because the user will actually choose, is prompted to choose what team they want to use. So that's why they are where they're at right now. This basically creates the great game is select home team and away team. This is going to allow users to choose what team they want. So again, basically it goes through and it has an index of teams that they can choose from. And that's how it works. The same thing for the away team. It does the same thing. So you can choose that via index, and which is a number, and then they can pass that argument in and they'll choose their team for them. Let's see. Get team options here. It's a method that gets a string of the team options from the array that was created above. It causes it to bring the string and to join them with a new line. So basically, and it's indexed with a value for choosing again. So the options, instead of reading across, it'll join and bring a new line down. It'll read like 1 Denver Nuggets, 2 Chicago Bulls, and so on and so on. So they'll go down with a list, which is cool. It looks pretty good. So I think it looks pretty cool, actually. This is the game menu. We're creating the class game menu here. Again, this will basically manage the game menus from my understanding. Right here, we're going to creates a new game instance. Once this is done, basically what happens is it adds a new game and then pushes that into the game's memory, basically. And so that will have a list of games that you created. Because later on it asked us to delete something, and so the only thing I wanted to delete, because I wasn't making players, I wasn't going through all that, was just to delete the games. So if you want to delete a game you did, then you delete the game. That's kind of how that works. This view games generates a list of all the games that have been played. Let's see, delete game. So here, like we talked about earlier, this enables you to delete the game. And basically right now just deletes it and then closes it out. But you have to choose the right game. So you have to choose the team that matches that up with each other. So the way it's set up right now is if you had played if you chose a game, let's say you had Denver Nuggets versus Chicago Bulls, um, and then you chose to delete a game, but you did Denver Nuggets versus LA Lakers, that game would return and it would just say it couldn't be found. So the only way that you'll actually be able to actually work it is if you delete the game that's actually been played. So anyway, yeah. So probably not the best way to do it, but it's done. So this, let's see, allows the user to view the teams available. So yeah, so basically from the team options that we created earlier, this is where it allows it, and then you see team options, join that, and then that new line, and that's what just breaks it down like one after another, 1, 2, 3, 4, going in downward style. So it looks pretty cool. Let's see. This again, here's your home team. So this is going to allow them to choose the home team. And as you can see, it alerts them to things. If you choose the wrong team or put the wrong corresponding number in, then it'll be an invalid home team selection, stuff like that. So yeah, so that's really cool. Let's see, choose away team, same thing. Let's see. I didn't have it remove a team after creating it because it's just like, most games actually, if you wanted to be Denver Nuggets and play Denver Nuggets, you could do it. So I just left it that way. I thought about trying to figure out how the heck to do it and remove the other one once it was done, which I don't think it'd be that difficult with Splice probably. But anyway, I just decided not to do that. Let's see. Yeah, exit. So this will send an alert when they choose to exit the game, and it just says exiting, and then it closes out the game, which is kind of cool. Let's see this. Okay, so we have the game menu here. This is an instance that calls the game menu, and with the function here, this is an additional function. Let's see, hold on just a second here. Yeah, so this is the game menu, and we're doing creating a new instance of the game menu. This function shows show menu options. Is basically, it has a return prompt here. So this prompt basically gets menu options that are as follows. And because we have used our template literals, we can structure it this way. So we ended up doing that. 0 meaning exit the game. 1, if they choose that, you create a game. 2, you can view the teams. 3, you can choose home team. 4, you choose away team. 5, you delete the game. So again, when you delete the game, it just closes. But you have to delete the right game. Otherwise it will return like, okay, yeah, that's the game wasn't even there. Anyway, start function initially basically gets it going. So here's the start function. And that's what it is user selection equals show menu options. So these user selections, they can go through, and just like what we talked about, at the game menu, you have the create game, you have the view teams, you have choose the home team, choose away team, and you have all these. This is the delete. If you're going to delete the home teams, they delete the game, this is what you have to do. Yeah, and so, and then an alert if there's an invalid choice, basically, and then you have your exit later on. So yeah, so basically that's this does behind the scenes what this shows to the user. So this is showing it to the user, and then this is the options that's working behind the scenes, if that makes sense. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. But it's very cool. Basically, it gets the menu going, working with the options provided above. It will iterate through until exited or deleted. So, which is true. So you can just keep going until you exit or delete, and it all works. So, let's see. Where the user selections are stored. So yeah, so the user selections have to go somewhere, so we know, so it has to verify the data. So that's how that does that. And then of course the game menu is exit. It's exiting the game menu, and then this is the starting point. So a program, it initializes all. So this is calling back to the start function. So it's pretty cool. You can really see, I feel like you can really see the top down, top down programming. And so I can see it now that I've done it. You kind of see it a little better as to what it's doing. But it's pretty cool. So yeah, so that's it. Let's see if I'm gonna see if I can show a new screen here. Yeah. So yeah, so here it is. So here's the screen. This is actually working. So if I press 1, create game, this is what it says. We put in there, choose your home team, Denver Nuggets, choose the away team, 2 Chicago Bulls. Your game has been created. So anyway, yeah, that's how that works. And so if I wanted to delete the game, so delete game, it'll ask me into the index of the home team. So again, we'll choose Denver Nuggets, boom, we'll choose Chicago Bulls, boom, and then this game has been deleted. So that's pretty cool. Again, it's iterating through. So so if I decided to go and try to delete a game and just say for Lakers versus Lakers, that game could not be found. So that's because I never played it, which is pretty cool. So again, just to show that again, let's see if we wanted to view teams. If I just press 2, available teams, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then 0, here we go, ready? And we're gonna exit, and boom, and look at that, exiting. And then we just boom, and there we are. And then if I were to refresh, can I refresh this page? You know what? I don't know if I can refresh this page for some reason. Okay. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, so we're exited here. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. I hope that's a good explanation. So thank you very much. Yep, we're back here. So appreciate it. Yeah, it was definitely a huge learning experience. And but yeah, it's good. It's tough. It's good, but it takes some time for sure, and a lot of Google and some chat help, and it's tough. It's not easy, but it's a lot of going back to the video and seeing what the guy's doing, because it's hard to remember everything, but I feel like I did a pretty good job. Took a while going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth trying to figure it all out, but I think we finally got to it. So yeah, it works pretty cool. So yeah, excited to get the HTML involved, because I think it'll make it even more fun where we can see what's happening. So awesome. Thank you very much.